What is software engineering? Software engineering is a branch of computer science that involves in the building of software products like websites, mobile app, desktop application. Software engineering helps us to understand how software products are built and how they operate on our computer devices. Software engineering is divided into two major parts, which is the front end and the back end. The front end is the graphical user interface of an application. This is the part of an app where we can see and interact with as users. For example, the Instagram app. With the Instagram app, you can post and like other people's posts. You can follow other people. These are the parts you can interact with. When you follow a person, a request is sent to the database, which will automatically add your account to the person's follower, and the person gets a notification that they've been followed. All this is happening in the back end, and this is the part we can't see. The backend is a branch of software engineering that is in charge of taking requests from users through the front end and making updates in the database where all the users' data are being stored. Basically, the user makes changes on the front end and the server takes in these changes as requests and passes it to the database. Then the database gives a response and the server passes this response back to the user. For example, if you want to sign up on an app and the email you want to use have been used by someone else, when you first put in your info through the front end, the server takes in the request and go through the database to check if the details already exist in the database. If the email you want to use already exists in the database, you get a response like user already exists. Assuming the details doesn't exist, the app will automatically log you in and your info will automatically be added into the database so you can log in next time. All this process is written by the backend developer, while the front-end developer job is to make sure that the user interface of the application is very interactive and accessible to the users. They make sure the button is big enough, the picture and the video is perfect on the screen, and so on. In most scenarios, people associate the word front-end developer with front-end web developer. You can be a mobile app developer and focus on the front end only. And you can also be a mobile app developer and work on the front end and the back end. This is called full stack. You can also be a full stack developer for web applications only. The technologies used for building web application in most cases is always different from the technologies used for building mobile application. Because they are both software engineering doesn't necessarily mean they should use the same technologies. And sometimes the same programming language can be used for web application and mobile application. For example, the React SDK. The React SDK has a library for web development, which is React.js, and also has a library for mobile app development, which is React Native. These two libraries doesn't work the same way, but they use JavaScript as their primary programming language. Also, there are cross-platform technologies like the Flutter framework that can render a single code base to an iOS app, Android app, and even websites for web browsers. These are just some of the few technologies out there for software engineering. How to get into software engineering? Many people have different roadmaps on how to get into software engineering. Some might work for you and some might not. But there is this roadmap that have been able to help me to get into software engineering, and it has also helped other people who have recommended it too. The roadmap goes this way. First, you learn HTML, which is a markup language and very easy to learn and understand for web development. Then you advance to a styling language, which is CSS. CSS is used for adding decoration and giving life to your website. After CSS, you can now advance to a programming language, which is JavaScript. After JavaScript, you can advance to other JavaScript technologies and frameworks like React.js, Next.js, AngularJS, and so on. With your experience in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, these frameworks shouldn't be too hard to approach. And these frameworks are the technologies tech companies use for web development real time. After understanding how this framework works, you have a good foundation in software engineering. Then you can now advance to other technologies of your choice. You can try out React Native, which is for mobile app development, and you can also try other technologies like Flutter and the .NET framework, which you can use to build desktop application and mobile app. This roadmap can take time to complete, but it is a good way to kickstart your software engineering skills. Programming takes time to understand, but if you keep pushing, you'll be one step closer to your goals. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video to other people that might find it helpful. Thank you.